Hello everybody and welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for the next one here. Not sure whether that last stream dropped there, but we're okay and ready to go now, and it's our last game of the round robin here between the Cougars and the Bombers. That one moved up the right side, stick lifted there from Gracie. Heads back into the end boards. McKenzie gonna pick it up, so the Bombers and the Cougars both vying for a position tonight. I was told a couple things before coming in. Winner moves on was one of them. Another one, the whole schedule's an absolute mess. The standings are a mess. So with those two pieces of information, we'll do our best, and we'll be able to get some updates during the second intermission. But for right now, just a good old-fashioned hockey game with two teams trying to extend their season. All right, Guinness gonna bring that in. Guinness, one-on-one, shoots in it. It was high into the top right corner. Sorry, the right glass there as he was aiming top right corner. That puck now moved back in behind, takes a bounce in there off the end boards. Led ahead to McQueen. Onto the stick of McQueen. Here steers ahead to Dunn. Dunn down the right side. Pad save, it's kicked away. Gonna be picked up by the Bombers here on the left side. Cameron chases after it. Stick in there and pushing up against the wall. It'll come back to Pfeiffer. Stick goes high as we get a whistle down there in the right corner. Cougars gonna maintain possession as it's across to Gillis. A little pressure on Gillis there in behind. Back to the line. Pfeiffer shot and a flashy save in there to start us out. Bombers are the nice one to start. Like I said, sorry about the start of the stream there. I know everyone was sitting in here waiting, but back up and running now, so all good. Face off will be here on the left side. That puck picked up. Cohen pokes it back. In along the end boards, it's touched back over. Spinning off on the right, it'll head up to Cohen. Cohen lead pass, grabbed and in over the blue line. Crofts shoots it, that one in behind. Bounces over to Guthrow. Guthrow back to Cohen. Grady Cohen winning MVP of the game last night for the Bombers as that puck steers in behind on the right side. Collision. Down in front, Bombers look to stay with it. It's near the bench here as Guthrow will give Croft a nice little push there. Down into the right side corner it'll head. Pfeiffer in behind, and it's up the wall. White hits White stick, and Cougars look to move that puck north. It's back in behind Bombers. Quick start to this game. Everyone's moving pretty quick out there right now. Into the feet, trying to pull that out. It'll be along the end boards, and now back to Anderson. Anderson holds his own, tipped off before it can get there. Cougars grab. Cougars up the right here to White. White over the blue line. White fires into the end boards. Knocked back over for McLean. McLean. Back in behind, it heads up the wall to McDonald. McDonald. Pass across, McDonald. Moving into the offensive zone. It's stopped near center. Now stick handling around, and great hands in there. Tight Hayden. Got through two, but still two guys back for the Cougars, so Gracie will bring it in. Down here on the left side, McIntosh with a lead pass, trying to pick up on that. Hayden backhands it into the back right corner. Chases after it and gives a push. Into the feet, the Cougars roll out with it. Up the right side, Guinness, nice little toe drag, pulls it over to the right side. He'll get worked in along the right boards. Free puck for a moment there. Up the wall, Hayden leaves it there, McIntosh enters on the right, has numbers with him. Right side, shot save made. Levette getting the start, it looks like. Williams over on the blue line, shot from distance and covered up. Levette not totally sure where that one was. And it's almost 5 minutes in, so a hot shot sort of start to this game. And a game where, like I said, for anyone tuning in now, I was told two things before coming up here to the booth. One, winner goes on, and the other, the whole schedule or the whole standing is a mess. So we'll see. Right now, what we know is both these teams need a win to stay alive. Loser is done. Picked up on the right side over the red line. It's fired into the end boards. Picked up and rolls off the stick on the left. Cohen going at Gillis for it, but it heads back to Cameron. Cameron over to Croft. Little pressure there. It's back in behind, and that'll go for an icing inside 10 minutes now in the first period. So Cougars were missing their star defender for the first two games, and then coming back yesterday, suffering a loss at the hands of Churro. Someone's yelling about something out here. Too many men maybe are trying to get the last player off there for the Cougars. Back in behind, it's flicked up in the sky, chopped that. Spinning around McDonald. Gets it over to Lewis in the feet. Trying to play it up ahead. Sinclair circles back. Sinclair, lead pass over to Gracie. Gracie picks up on it. Gracie shoots as it heads into the right side corner. In along the end boards, getting tied up with the ref. Centering pass, blows up off the stick. Now, a lead pass misses and moved in by Guinness. Guinness still with it. Guinness barreling down. Shot. That one almost goes 5-hole. Save as it's kicked aside on the rebound. And a nice individual effort to come up with a chance for Jacks out there. McLeod now with it on the right side. A coin down into the corner. Bombers back to the blue line. A coin hits a stick into the corner. Grabbed and rifled the length of the ice. And that will be an easy icing with 8:43 left to go here in the first. Great back and forth to start. Both sides getting a couple chances early. Down along the end boards. Puck cut off. Down here in front, it's back into the zone. Bombers. Lead pass to the right side. It gets knocked back and into the offensive end. It rolls up a stick, chopped in. In for the icing. 8:01 left to go in the first, and it'll be back down into the Cougars' end. Face off. Gonna come down as fresh legs out for both sides. No one's broken through here yet. Face off on the right here. Okay, puck dropped in. Sim wins it over. Back to the blue line. That'll head down to the right side. Croft in along the end boards. Berman comes out with it, hits the stick of Gillis. Gillis on a lead pass, swept on. Chased in behind Cameron with pressure on his back. We'll get it over to the deep partner, Anderson. Anderson back around for Croft. Croft into the middle, Bombers. Up the right side, rolls off the stick of Cohen as Sim tries to catch up and help his center. It's chopped out with a nice play there. Brought out in front, won't get centered though. Now another chance, Cohen. Couldn't get squared away as it falls into the end boards. Back to the blue line. Shot, scores, under the arm and in the back of the net. The Bombers will strike first. Halfway through the first period with a shot from distance. And that'll be 1-0 as we head back to center. And a seeing eye shot, the first one to break through. Pardon me. A nice strong pace to the start of this one. Kind of knew it wasn't going to end 0-0. And a nice shot in, gets tipped right under the arm of Levette, and that's what it takes to beat him back there. Gracie tries to roll up the stick. Grady Cohen, the man to bury that one, unassisted halfway through the first. Face-off will come right down here in front of us. Okay, waiting here. Puck dropped now. Up the right side, O'Coin. O'Coin's gonna bring that in. A little snapshot won't go as it's moved up the right side. Back into the end boards. Bombers hold. Flicked off, turned over. Now Cougars looking to cut in front. Oh, and a big hit there in the middle as that looked like it rattled Sinclair out there. He'll head off. Tough hit on the star player there for the Cougars. Puck back to the blue line. It gets knocked in, and this Cougars team needs Sinclair to help run that offense. Scored the second most amount of points in the league this year. Phenomenal young offensive player. I've gushed about him before. Great skater and took a hard hit there. 6:13 to go in the first. So Sinclair rejoins the bench. He seems to be okay. We got some tough kids out here, man. We see quite a few injuries, and they want it bad. He's back on the bench and looks to be all right, so we'll continue on. McIntosh in the corner. He plays that one around. Pressure there on Liam McLeod, and it comes up the right side wall. Drop down in front there for Cameron. Cameron. Into the end boards, 5:40 to go in the first. Bombers up the right side, pass connects. Moving it into the zone. Spinning around out of the corner. A little pressure there. Comes back to the blue line. Shot from the point, tipped down low. It'll stay alive in behind, and now off the pad. Another chance in front. Shot, save made as Swain gets knocked down after the play. And Swain almost had a big one there for the Bombers. Good patience from number 4 nonetheless. Takes a hard hit as well. Face off. Pardon me, will come here on the right side. Croft getting spun out. It'll head back to Sim. Sim moving in. Back behind. Comes to Anderson. Anderson's shot. Going to be worked into the corner. Grady Cohen, our goal scorer, picks it up. Cohen spinning around. Down to Croft. To Sim now. Sim trying to cut to the middle. Cohen picks it up from him. Cohen to the outside, low shot, it bounces around almost to Sim as the initial save made by Levette, but the Bombers holding the zone, now comes out to center. Back to Anderson. Anderson up to McQueen. McQueen, backhand, in along the end boards. It'll allow the Bombers to come back and grab. Up the left side here now. Croft. Croft ran off into the wall by Pfeiffer. Puck's in behind and over to Sim. Sim gives it back to Anderson. Anderson over to Williams. Williams, shot low. That one's catching a shin pad. You could hear it ricochet off. Have no idea whose. This line's been out here for a while for the Bombers. All in the offensive zone. Cohen picks it up, lead pass back. Nice job there by Cohen and off the crossbar from Williams. Cohen dives out trying to stop that puck. It hits his skate while we sent him behind. And Grady Cohen showing how bad he wants it if anyone was questioning it. Into the right side corner. Not that anyone would, but clearly playing to win, that young man. Now up through the middle, picked up backhand, trying to sweep at that puck. A tough one to corral. Over to Williams. Williams fires it from distance. Up the wall here, back to Williams. He hands it in behind. Shipped in there, picks it up on the other side. Bombers step in, shot. That one ricochets high. In tight against the boards here. 3:02 to go in the first. Coming out of it. Pass down low, Hayden. Shot, scores on the right side. Buried, bar down. And the Bombers will go up 2 here with 2:54 to go. In a beauty. That's what I like to call deposited into the back of the net. Pick that thing out right in front on the stick for just a moment. And that'll be 2-0. We head back to center, and the Cougars needing a reset here with 2:54 to go. Chasing the play a little bit there for the past couple shifts. Spinning back over Anderson. Anderson hands it off. Cameron. So McKenzie breaks through for the second one. On a beauty, bar down and tight. Cameron. He picks it up. It gets into the gut there, and McClellan will circle back. Cameron will receive that one. Up through the middle. Brought in, Anderson goes down, and now a penalty coming to the Cougars. Has spun out. And an Ian Tate plumbing and heating power play now upcoming. And the Bombers up 2 with a chance to make it 3 with 2:17 to go in the first. Sinclair and McLeod will go as the forwards for the Cougars. Looking to break through here. They're looking to at least defend the next 2 minutes. Back to the right side. Bombers gonna pick it up. Held on the circle into McKenzie. McKenzie over to McClellan. Back to McKenzie. It's touchdown. Down the right side, centering pass, shot. That one bouncing around. It'll fall in behind. Bombers over to McClellan. Down to the left side. Passed off, trying to go up top again. Hayden into Cohen. Back to the line. McKenzie hands it off. Cohen now steps off. Hands McClellan. Looking to get a low shot in. Fans on it, and a break there for the Cougars as they'll get a crucial clear here with 1:17 to go in the penalty, 1:31 to go in the period. Bombers hold that. Over to McIntosh. McIntosh finding a seam up the left side. Ricochets off a stick in behind. Now back to Williams. Williams over to Cameron. Cameron steps in. Cameron with a chance to shoot and snared on a nice save there. Is moving in with speed and intention. Save made. 1:08 to go here in the first. Drop back, Cameron. Hands that off. Sim tries to fend off near the line. Last minute to play here in the first period. Puck exits the zone. Cougars will get at least one player changing off here. Entering the zone, Cameron, he'll pull back. So the Bombers really the only team to consistently use 2 power plays at about split time. Usually the U15 teams roll with the 1 line. But Sim comfortable playing both power play units. Hand it off to Sim. from the back end. It's moved up the left side, played across into the open area. Croft gonna chase that down. Elect to take the body as they fight for it, and it'll be 16 seconds. End of the power play here. Cameron has to chase it back as Sinclair on him. Sinclair with 9 seconds trying to create a turnover. Cameron grabs it and fires at the length of the ice, and with 4 seconds to go, well, that'll take us to the end. So 2-0 Bombers after one. We'll be back with the second in a moment. All right, back here to center for the start of the second period. 20 minutes ahead of us in a 2-0 game, and the Cougars need one here to get themselves back into it. A good period there from the Bombers leaves them with a lead and some confidence. So Cougars, we know that offense, you can never count them out, but this is the final game of the round robin for Provincials. You gotta get her going sooner rather than later here. Bombers holding behind. McDonald. Up the left side. It rolls off a stick there and will bounce back. It's covered up. Face off coming here to the right. Sorry, to the left. Full scale change is just 28 seconds in. As the top line rolls out for the Cougars. Wonder if that's any line matching going on. Into the end boards. That puck's picked up. Cougars looking for a lead pass. It bounces in behind Williams. Williams actually grabs onto it. Williams now in over the blue line. He'll use a bit of a pick there from his captain, McIntosh. Back through the middle, McLeod. McLeod hands off, shot on, and a save there in net by James. 19:05 to go in the second. Both lines stay out there this time around. Down into the right side corner. Chased after and bounces off a stick. It's picked up by the Bombers and over to McKenzie. He snaps that pass ahead into the right corner, and now the Bombers will go back to work here in the offensive zone. Led ahead. Hayden able to give that back. Grabbed. Back up to Hayden. Hayden cut move stopped. McKenzie now picks up, fires it into the pad. Circling around. Guinness going for a skate. Guinness, individual effort in on net. Shot, save made. Opened up some room for himself on the right side. Somehow just cut through all the players there in a matter of milliseconds, it felt like. Puck sent down for icing though, and 18:07 to go in the second. We'll have the face-off on the left. So Sim and Cohen's line coming over on forward for the Bombers. Dropped in to the left side, Anderson. That's played in behind on the end boards. Comes up the wall to White. Chipping away at that. Cohen with a lead pass. Pardon me. Over to Sim. Sim hands back to Croft. Croft back to Sim. Sim, little dipsy-do there in the corner, and he'll lose it as the Cougars pick it up. Moving it up the left side. Lead pass stopped. Cohen. Cohen. Stick handling. It's fired off into the end boards. Sim in the right side corner. He pulls back. Back to Anderson. Anderson moves it over to the Bombers. Left side. Picked up. Stopping there. Nice job by Cameron. Good footwork. Works it into the right corner. Cameron's, I'd say, the perfect blend of a two-way player, you know, the perfect blend of offense and defense. I know for a fact he can score. I've called his goals before. But also, it seems like in his mind, his priority is staying back. So that's kind of how a two-way D-man works. And Cameron, a first year in this league, and has had a great season here with a real solid Bombers team. Face-off will be down to the right. Snaps a shot, and that saved as an easy one there. Able to track James. Face-off now in the Bombers' end of a better period, or a better start to the period here for the Cougars. Seems like they've chased pucks a little better and taken away Bombers' chances. Hard hit into the boards there. It gets into the feet and it'll bounce back to McKenzie. McKenzie whacks at it. He's trying to find his man in front. It'll be hustled after. McLeod. McLeod down the right, in behind for McKenzie. McKenzie drops it back over and the Bombers pick up. Tripping there though. Guthrow looking for it, but a nice play. Manages to get it away, and now it's a 2-on-1. McClellan just out of the reach. Good opportunity squandered there. Stick handling in front. Picked up and spun around back to McKenzie. McKenzie across. Bombers up through the middle here. Williams. Williams into the blue line and scores. Fires one. Bottom right, and on the first real good chance of the period, it ends up in the back of the net. And a big goal there to come back and put it as, like I was saying, it was a better start to the period for the Cougars. But the Cougars aren't going to go away, sending out their top line here now. Puck dropped in down the right side. That one falls into the end boards. 2-on-2 back there. Sinclair back to Guinish. Guinish moves. Guinish stops up as puck's blocked. He needs to move around to the right side. Back down low, Bombers. Into the feet, handed off. That one will be stopped over for Hayden. Hayden down the left side, just onside, dragging that back foot, McIntosh. Hayden in the end boards. Hayden with an individual effort in front. It rolls away at the last moment. Puck up through the middle, down the right side. Here comes McLeod. McLeod still holding on to it, centering, no one home there. Bombers on the right side, looking for a lead pass. That one over to Hayden. Hayden gains the blue line, shot in, and that will be an easy save there in the Cougars' net. So the Bombers in control here with 5 minutes gone in second period. Plenty of time left, but the last goal, I think that third one, killing a little bit of the momentum that the Cougars are trying to build. So now they got to try to build that same momentum up again. Face-off will be here on the right side. One over to Pfeiffer. Cohen tries to separate that. It'll be back in behind, and the Cougars circling. Cougars defender up the left side to Andre. Andre fires it into the end boards. Cameron leaves that behind. Up the wall over the head of Pfeiffer. It'll be hustled after. Sim with a little pressure in there. Back, Cohen intercepts it. Cohen moves through the middle, gets over to Anderson. A poke at that puck, keeps it in the zone. Nailed it. Over there to Sim. Sim down to Cohen. Cohen takes a bump. Down into the left along the goal line. In behind. Bombers hold to the middle. Cameron, he lets one go. Tipped before it can reach it. Sim in behind. Sim trying to center it. It's a penalty coming and bouncing and scoring. Croft takes advantage, and the Bombers just keep scoring. 13:46 to go in the second. And that's 4-0. That one just jammed in on the post. And this line of Croft, Sim, and Cohen doing nothing but creating offense here for the Bombers. And a timeout called. And the Cougars, with their season on the line, will come in with 13:46 to go in the second. An honest discussion happening between coach and players right now. Sitting his guys down and say it all starts with one here. We've worked hard. Let's start making things happen. Honestly, I have no idea what he's saying down there, but if that's what I would say if I was him, obviously. Is timeout running out here. And we'll head back to center. We'll see if the Cougars can bounce back after that last one. 2 goals here in the second period. In the first 6.5 minutes of the second period. And the Bombers up right now. Dropped in there. Swain gets it back. Passed across. Bombers now on the left side. So Croft buries it. So Anderson and Cohen will get the assists. Back in behind, and now the arm goes up. And a power play going to be coming here from the Cougars. Packet picked up by Ginnish. In ahead, Ginnish gets spun out. But now it'll be an Ian Tate plumbing and heating power play here for the Cougars. And just what the doctor ordered for the team down by 4. Face off. Back into the Bombers' end, and one here would put the Cougars right back in it. If nothing else, they've got time on their side. 23.3 of actual game time, and it's a 4-minute penalty to Tucker. So a chance here for the Cougars. Ginnish works over to the right side. He'll pick it up again. Down to Sinclair. Sinclair on the left. Sinclair shoots. That one knocked in high. But I think Sinclair likes that spot there at the top of the circle with the puck on his stick. So gotta imagine that's what they're gonna try to work to here again. Only 10 seconds gone in the power play there. Drop down, Sinclair to Ginnish. Ginnish stepping around. Ginnish right side shot. That one's gonna die on the stick there. Picked off to the right side, back to Sinclair. Sinclair fields it. Back to Ginnish. Into the right side, stepping in, looking for a lane. Puck's loose in front, jammed out once, pushed back in there. And the whistle goes before a full cover. Goaltender Jans was pushed back into his net, and we're gonna try again. 30 seconds gone on that power play. And face off will come down here to the left. First unit stays out. Sinclair back to Guinness and intercepted. Trying to be a little too pretty there between Guinness and Sinclair. Hayden gets the dump out. Cougars move in just onside on a close one there. Down along the right, into the feet. Stays in on the blue line. Now it'll be poked out, so they'll have to tag up, but all 5 Cougars pretty much at that puck. Charlie McLeod shoots it into the bench, trying to get a rush going the other way, and that'll push the face-off over here. One thing that's pretty cool about these young guys is just the gas tanks and the energy. Obviously, I don't know how tired they are, but I do know that each shift they're given 100% and another puck thrown on the ice in behind. So that'll stop that. We'll try again. 12:16 to go in the second. Puck dropped and one back. Bombers pick up on that and send it in behind. Moving around, Cougars. Berman brings it in offside as all 5 try to go over at the same time. And the Bombers' parents will give a round of applause there. Face off here to the left. Dropped into the feet. That one's picked up. Back to Berman. Berman gets that pass across. Over here to Dunn now. Dunn enters over the blue line. Dunn into the left side corner. Berman tries to step up on it. He will. Back into the corner. Chased after there. Berman hands off. We're going to get the first unit back out there. Calling too many after 1 foot on the ice. I like where the head's at, but not quite. Sinclair down the left side. Any little advantage you can get, right? Back to the line for McLeod. McLeod, he circles back on the right side. McLeod into the corner. Grabbed, Cougars back to the line. Guinness kind of off the mark with that pass as McLeod will have to chase after it. Only 1 minute and 37 seconds left to go in that power play. That was 4 minutes. Nothing really to show for it yet. Sinclair back in behind. Cougars up the wall. Swept on. Sinclair stays with it. Gets that pass down the left side. Gracie, shot, hits the side of the net. He looks for his own rebound. He'll get it. Back to Guinness. Into the feet. Plays over Cougars. Guinness. Possession game, all Cougars, but chances, not many on this power play. 10:23 to go in the second, and now 1 minute flat left to go in that power play. Face off here on the right side. Gets back to Guinness. He steps up, hands off, Cougars. Down low, circling out in front, a good chance here. Banging away once, twice, scores. So the Cougars knock one through on the power play. Trying to say that puck was covered in there, but they'll break through for one. And the Cougars back in this game, 4-1 the score now. And we're a long way from the finish here, 30 minutes to be exact, so still 10 minutes to go in the second. Dropped in there, Dunn. Tied up, Andre tries to step up on it, Dunn. Down the right side, that one over to Andre. Andre to the middle, that one rolls up ahead, so Gracie with the power play marker for the Cougars. Down the left side, that one's going to be steered in behind. Hard in on the end boards. It's fished out and led ahead, Andre. Andre over the blue line. There to O'Coin. Back to Dunn. Bombers moving. Sim, and now the Bombers going to try to return to their strategy that was working so well for them through the first half of this game. Cougars now with a little momentum on their side. Down the left side, McQueen takes a bump. Andre in behind. Andre looking for the pass in front. Swept on through. O'Coin grabs it. O'Coin down to the right corner. Centering pass, another shot and a robbery there. A good save. In tight now, Cohen will bring it back. Cohen brings it in. He gets collapsed in on. O'Coin back in towards the middle and over to the right side. Gillis. Gillis over to Guinness. Guinness toe drags in and it rolls by on the right. As nice job breaking it up there. Cameron at the last moment. Cougars back to the line. White. White holds. Knocked onto the stick. Sent in behind. Bombers down into the end boards. Levette gonna stop it. Levette's thinking to himself, I pretty much need to be perfect from here on out. Give my team a chance. Down the left side, White. White swings it back in behind it for Anderson. Anderson to Swain. Swain hands that off as they try to move up the right side. McPhee and Swain a little slow to get up. He'll labor it out there though. That puck sent down into the corner. Swain throwing himself at it. So despite taking a rough hit there, he's not going to take his pedal off the gas. I'm a fan of Swain as a player. That one shot in and a save made. During the Pictou County U13 win last year, Swain really showed his skill. It's glad to see him move up here to the next level. A couple other guys, McDonald on that team. I think he's still on that team there for Pictou County, but a couple of those guys look back on fondly from last season. Berman back in behind it. Rolls in front. Bomber's gonna pick it up. Captain, lead pass over to Hayden. Hayden bringing it in. Hayden pushed off into the end boards. Down into the corner. Back to McKenzie. McKenzie gets that pass off to the left side. Shot bouncing around and just away. 7:30 to go here in the second. Kicked off back and McIntosh looks for a centering pass. McLeod gonna pick up on that circle back into the glove there. McKenzie hands off to the left side. Bombers re-enter the zone here. Guinness gonna be first on it. Gets it over to Charlie McLeod. Charlie McLeod with a lead pass onto the money there. Up through the middle. Gracie shoots. That one misses wide on the left. Dunn back in behind for Gracie. No one in front really for him, but he still passes it, and then it turns into a turnover. Guthrow. Left there for the Cougars. Over to Dunn. Dunn into the feet. Offside, and player taken down. Williams. Grabbed by McKenzie. McKenzie gains the red line and shoots it in behind. Guinness circling back. It'll head over to Guthrow. Won't get there though as Sim intercepts it. Sim now down the right. Sim shot in tight. And a good little individual effort there by number 14 down the right side. Back and forth. 4-1 lead for the Bombers, but both teams have seemed to kind of have like 5-minute increments where it's all offense and they're dictating the play, and then it'll kind of switch over. That one on Cohen's stick for a moment, fanned on. Up through the middle for Dunn. Dunn brings it in over the blue line. That one into a shin pad, dropping around. Cougars move it out. Sim now with it. He takes a bump there by McQueen. In behind, Bombers pick it up. Looking for that play up the left side. Lead pass now to Cohen. Jumps off his stick. He's offside. Sim and Cohen can't get on the same page for that one. And the back foot inside the zone, just a millimeter too early. Maybe a little more than that. Still offside and still switching it up here for both sides. So remember, after this will be our last game for a little while. Our next game will be at 5 tonight, our first semifinal. High Button crew have a couple tricks up our sleeve. We'll see if they can come together, but we're excited for tonight. Back in behind. That one rolls up the wall and will be slapped on in. Cougars, stick lifted. Bombers circling back. McDonald's going to pick up on that. McDonald off the end board. Anderson sent over. McClellan, he has to take a beat with it. Gets it across, and 5:19 to go in the second, so we're winding down here in our second period, over halfway done the game. Picked up to Gillis. Circling around, Cougars still. Cougars on the blue line. Guinish avoids the body check, picks it up on the other side, and lets a real sharp angle go, shot go. Down the left side, entering the zone, 2-on-2. Shot from the exterior, and the save made this time around, so Levette able to read that one pretty well. Real great action here, folks, all weekend long. I hope you can appreciate, everyone watching at home, just how skilled these players are. This is the top league for the 15-year-olds in the province. They play against each other. It's one of the 3 provincial leagues in the province, along with U13, AAA, and of course, Major Midget, or U18 Major. This formerly known as Bantam AAA. For us older folk who grew up, you know, what was it, 5+ years ago, whenever they switched it, maybe 3. But this is the top league, and these are the top players, so a privilege to be able to call it, and I'm happy to be able to bring it to the people here on a larger scale. You don't need to be an Antigonish to be able to witness the skill Nova Scotia has to offer anymore. That's what High Button brings to the table. We appreciate all the support, and we hope that this is not the last time we're here streaming some big games for this U15 league. Covered, you know, majority of the city teams this year, but to expand it and get a look at the rural teams, a real pleasure. So with 3:51 to go in the second, that puck's fought for and behind. 2-on-2. Looks like McLeod's gonna come up with it. McLeod up the left side. Is McKenzie does the classic hand off the stick. I didn't do anything, and a sharp angle shot hits the crossbar into the mesh. Change here on the Bombers side, and it looks like a full scale on both sides. 3:36 to go. So fresh legs out in this 3-goal game. Face off right here in front of us. Picked up, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer has to cut back the other way. He gets that pass up. McQueen in between the legs there of Gracie on the right side. Into the end boards. Picked up back to Pfeiffer. McQueen played across. Looking for a stick lift, but now the Bombers move it out. Down the right, Cameron, he gets sent into the boards, but not the first time he's been knocked over, so knows how to fall and is going to be all right there. Sim hits the glove, and that looks like it'll come inside the zone. Gonna get a change out there. Top unit on for the Cougars with 2:55 to go. Face off there on the right side. Sinclair still looking to break through. Back to Guinish. Guinish in along the end boards. A little pressure there. Trying to wrap that around. It'll roll up the right side wall near the hash marks. Sinclair whacks at it once. Bombers moving it out. Nice job by Sinclair. Gets down and now moves back the other way. McLeod shot. Oh, and he fans on that one. You know we wanted more on a tight opportunity, but now Tucker picks it up. Tucker in over the blue line. Tucker left side shot, scores. Gets one by Levette from distance, and a chance at one end leads to a goal at the other. And with 2:21 to go, it'll be 5-1 Bombers here. And as the Cougars were building momentum back up, one shot away from 2 goals away is one way to put it. But back the other way, a shot in the top right, and the Bombers continue to put them in the net, and that's been the difference here, obviously. Hayden, shot saved by Levette. Gonna get a whistle here. So Tucker gonna bury it. McKenzie and Williams getting assists there as well. Face off on the right side. McDonald plays that down. Back up through the middle. Little push there. Bombers gets caught up and on an offside. Kind of away from the puck there. Is a bit of a weird one. 2:01 remains in the second. We'll have our 10-minute break. I'll make sure to try to go get some clinching scenarios. I'm sure someone in here knows more than I do at this point. 2 big games on the docket tonight. It'll be streamed here on High Button Sports, the same channel. Remember, all the games are available right now for on-demand viewing in the live section. Handed off to the left side, steps in, kicked away. Back to the blue line, down the left side, Bombers, sharp angle shot. They're gonna just be trying to shoot from everywhere now. In through the middle, left side is pulled back. 93 seconds to go in the game. Picked up, dished across, it's touched on. Back for the Bombers, Anderson spinning. Anderson hits the glass into his own bench, so the puck will come back. And a goal here by the Cougars would certainly keep them in it. Puck on the left side as we get close to breaking in to a minute here. Shot from Croft. Cohen from the sharp angle. That will hit the boards on the left side. Back to the line. Rolls in behind. Croft spinning around. Sims shot. That falls in behind, and it'll be the last minute of play here in the second. Cougars now up the wall, trying to get that to McLeod. McLeod over to Guinness. Stop. Croft into the feet. Now Cohen. Cohen on an angle. Cohen can't get the shot off if he's cut off there on the left side. Centering pass. Another look at it. Grady Cohen, a skilled passer out there. Loses his chance, but sticks with that puck and creates something out of it. Only the good passers can do that consistently. We can all pass, but that's the difference between good and great. Can you create under pressure? Do you have the brain for it? Do you have the skill to put that puck on the tape when needed? "20 seconds to go here in the second period. A centering pass by Swain. No one home for it now. Rush back the other way. 10 seconds. Gillis knocked off, and a nice play there. Finishing the check into the corner. Hit late, and now the arm goes up, and the Bombers at the end of this period are going to get a power play. So a PK to start the third for the Cougars, but that'll do it for us here in the second period. Oh, and an unsportsmanlike maybe to someone heading off. I'm not really sure. Guinness just head off in frustration. but he wasn't the one who took the original penalty, I don't think. Maybe we'll stick around for a second here. The refs discuss. And it looks like a discussion's gonna be there, but might have to wait to see what the deal is with that. So, with that being said, we're gonna go for a break here and be back after the ice clear. 5-1 lead here for the Bombers. See you in a few minutes. All right, everybody, welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for our third and final period of our last round robin game. That could bring a tear to my eye. What a couple days it's been to get to this point. The Bombers trying to take that last spot. The Cougars trying to take that last spot, need a comeback here, down 5-1. Not sure what we're waiting on here yet, but we'll take a beat, I guess. Definitely not a commercial break. Janes getting a word in with the ref. Janes has been great here so far, letting in only the one goal. Cougars have gotten their chances. Honestly, not sure what we're waiting on. Everyone's out here. I think they're fixing the net here now, or the crease there for Janes. Maybe just a little bump there in front, and I don't blame the goaltender. I mean, he's probably playing in the biggest game of his career to this point. You want to have your dang crease working for this one. Face off. Still waiting for puck drop. Remember, next game will be at 5 p.m. tonight. Still trying to sort out the teams. Keep an eye on the website to see who will be playing in it, but we'll be live tonight for that one. And it looks like we're just about ready to go. So we're going to head back to center. 5-on-4, so a 2-minute penalty against the Cougars to start out. So that'll be an Ian Tate plumbing and heating power play. A chance down the left side, in on net. That one spun off. Up the wall, now a speed. Sorry, trying to fix the power play there. A hot start to this third period. Okay, so now the Bombers grab. That back to McIntosh. Intercepted, and it'll be a one-on-one back the other way. Cougars down the left side. Cougars, they pull back. Cougars circling on the top there. Loses the puck. McClellan picks it up, and now over to the left side. Hayden into the middle. Shot. Looking to put a dagger in here early. He gets knocked down. Bombers back and behind. That'll be along the end boards. Wearwell to the blue line. McKenzie into the right side, steps up. Hand it off to McKenzie again. Down to the right, near the circle. Cohen's gonna take his time. Cohen back to McKenzie, he gets knocked down. McKenzie, shot from distance, that fires wide left. Picked up, back over to the blue line. Cohen on the right side. Cohen back to the middle. McKenzie, shot in. Gonna have to chase after it in the corner. It's slapped and will exit at least as far as center. Only 31 seconds to go on that power play. Something happened there. The whistle went off, and slashing here against the Bombers. Didn't catch that one on the initial. Hayden's gonna head off, and now that'll cancel out the power play. It'll send it to 4-on-4 for 30 seconds. And then it'll be a minute and a half of power play time for the Cougars. So a good opportunity now it turns in for the Cougars. Just got to kill this off, and now you're on the man advantage. So down and behind. That puck going to be sent around Williams. Down there in the corner, Cohen. Cohen circles around, so Cohen still out there on the 4-on-4. He'll move to the right side. Good moves in there. Pulls that puck in deep, confident with his stick handling. Into the foot. Gets knocked over. He has to dive out for it, and it heads back to center. Grabbed by the Bombers. Over to Williams. Williams fires that across now, and Ian Tate plumbing and heating power play. Back from the back end, passed across, shot high. Kept in by Guinness, so power play now for the Cougars down the right side. That one held on to a minute to go in the penalty. McLeod picks up, shot, bounces over left side. Sinclair shoots, scores! And Sinclair buries a big one here early in the third. We were waiting for him to do what he does and make an impact, and here it comes with a big goal on the power play after a kill. And we're far from the finish here, folks. The score might be 5-2. But we've seen wackier things happen just this weekend. So we'll head back to center. 5-2 now the score. Bombers, Cougars trying to get themselves into that last position. Picked up by McQueen. McQueen down the right side. Tucker Sinclair scores. McLeod, Guinness, and Sinclair combine, and just what the doctor ordered here for the Cougars. The offensive guys on the team coming together for a big goal, trying to build some momentum. Bombers in behind, and the arm goes up. Oh no, and a hooking call, and it seems like the Cougars will go back to the box. The Bombers back on the power play, and the Ian Tate Plumbing and Heating power play will return. And maybe the emotions are flying a little bit down there, as a couple penalties here early in the third, at the end of the second. When emotions get involved, mistakes are made. 17 left to go here in the third. Picked up on the right side. Sim gets that, and it's sent back in behind. Back for Williams. Williams hands it off. That puck's held in behind. Bombers up through the middle. Pass missing into the feet now. Rush down the right side. Looking to spin it out. Grabbed on the end boards. Croft over to Williams. Williams back to the line. Cameron. Chop back and heads over the stick. They'll hustle back for it. 2-on-2. Into the corner. Ran off. Coming up here with the Bombers from the back end. 3-on-2. Sim entering, using the speed. Gains the zone with relative ease. Trying to shoot that back in behind. 50 seconds on the power play here. Bombers. Back to McDonald. McDonald over to the right side. That one sent back to McDonald again. Shot, and Levette with a nice glove save on that one. Face off down here on the right side. So still a healthy 46 seconds on the man advantage here for the Bombers. Picked up and ricocheted, and now it might be moving to the middle. Gillis loses the puck. Oh, and a tough chance, and the Cougars coaches wondering what the heck happened, but I kind of think he just had that fall off the end. Good burst of speed by Gillis, but dang. A good play, I guess, by the defense there to cut off through the middle. And that could have been dangerous, as the Cougars, with a little bit of momentum here, despite being on the PK, trying to get one and pull themselves within real striking distance. Sent back in through the middle. Lewis going to be up the right side. Guinness into the end boards. He goes down, kind of trips back to the line. Power play's not over yet. Slashed into the right side. Cohen picks it up. Cohen back to the middle. Left side now, McDonald. Back on McKenzie. Cohen down low and behind, looking for a wraparound. Rebound, and a nice save by Levette as he gets the pad out. And his best save of the period. McKenzie up the right side. Cohen leaves it. He'll slap that one in, and the Bombers will get a change as the power play concludes. 14:49 left on the clock, and a rush up through the middle. Left side shot, that one grabbed out of the air for a whistle. Face off will head on to the left side there again. And back to 5-on-5. 5-2 the score. 14:41 remaining in the game. And a must-win situation for both teams. Down the left side, spun out. That one's gonna miss in behind. Bombers get a poke at it as McLean goes up ahead, and a penalty here now. Down in front of us. Gonna call it, I think, a holding. And Liam McLeod generates the power play this time around. And 14:28 to go in the third. And it'll be a Cougars, Ian Tate, plumbing and heating power play. Face off here to the right. That back and false start. Off the racing line, too quick here. Linesman and ref having a word near center. Picked up now in the right corner. Guinness wants an extra second on the clock. That's a real leader right there. Buying your team a second. Do or die game over to the right side. Slapped that and a good try for McLeod. Guinness now, he fakes the shot. He steps in, shoots. Blocked before it can reach it. Sinclair picks it up on the corner. Back down, over here to the Cougars. Left side, shot, save made, and it's cleared out off a crucial clear. Guinness gonna take his time skating back for that. Quarterback of the power play gonna pick it up. Minute 26 on it. Circles back around. That went in on the end boards. Cut off by Sinclair into the feet on the left side. He steps back. Back over to the Cougars. In behind Sinclair. Grabbed. Back to the blue line. Over to the right side. Slapped. Rebound in front. That one, luckily for the Bombers, directs into the right corner instead of the left. Passed across and jumps the stick of Sinclair, who was sneaking in. Lots of offensive zone time. A minute to go in the power play. Guinness will skate back for it and pick it up with 46 seconds to go. Picked up over to the right side. McLeod, he brings it in. Drop pass over to Guinness. Guinness, right side, low shot, rebound in front, bounced away. In behind, Bombers fighting for it. Hard in behind the net. Sticks are going, hits the guy in the head. Pass in front, backhand, save made. Hayden took one off the helmet on the attempted clear. They'll go again. That one will get back to Guinness, kept in on the line. Left side, pass across, shot missed, rebound in front, backhand out. What a save and what a sequence. So close to making it 5-3 there, but the power play will conclude. Puck is back in behind and flicked up by Dunn. Dunn chasing after it, it'll wrap back around. Pressure from Dunn on Anderson. He moves it up the right side. Lead pass to the Bombers, stopped. Anderson in behind. Cameron. Cameron's gonna survey. So 12 minutes on the clock and a 3-goal lead for the Bombers still. From the back end, Cameron sends her down. Pushed off in behind, and that's grabbed on the left side. Lead pass here to McQueen. McQueen shoots it down into the corner. Chased after, looking for a centering pass. It's stopped. Now it's loose on the corner, and the Bombers will pick it up again. Bombers up ahead. Cameron. Cameron slowly moves in. Left side. Shot blocked before it could get there. In through the middle. Cameron from the left side. He'll pull back in and behind. Gets the pass off on the drop pass. Maintaining possession. Into the corner. Sim tries to stay up on it. Backhand, hustled after McDonald. Into the feet there, Lewis. Lewis. Into the skates, it bounces back to the Cougars. Shot up in the sky. Bounces down into the corner again for McDonald. Moved to the blue line. Shot, hit there, and now a chance if they got by Guinness, and they will. Back the other way, 2-on-1, pass off, shot, scores! A perfect finish. D to D, or in behind, I should say, D. That one was buried. And a last second tap in, and probably one of the nicer ones we've seen, as that one will go to 6-2, and the Bombers get a huge goal after staying put, managing to kill off that PK and buried in a big moment. 10:36 to go in the third. That one's picked up, swept on with the stick. It'll head down the right side, McDonald. Drop back on the left. Held on. So we're going to see who gets the goal on that one. So Hayden from Lewis and Sim, and well done to Hayden on that play. Now playing front, shot, save made. That was just a picture perfect tic-tac-toe between two guys trying to beat one defender. Picked up by the Bombers. Up through the middle, it's stopped. Brought in by Guinness. Guinness hands off, left side McLeod. Sinclair, streaking in. Save made. And I guess on game, 13 of the weekend, the words start to blend together. Face off here on the left. All right, so 9:45 to go. The Bombers with a 4-goal lead. It's picked up back to Guinness. In towards the middle. Bombers looking for a lead pass. Hits it on the right side. Here comes Swain. Swain's going to pick it up. Turned over, though, as it's in behind Charlie McLeod. Charlie into the back of the foot there. Tucker plays it down. Tucker to Anderson. Across from the Bombers. Picked up now. Anderson drops back. Steered onto the stick once again. McLeod in behind. That one up high, drops down. Drop pass in there by Sinclair. Up through the middle, Guinness. Guinness around the left side. Guinness entering toe drags. That one's going to miss wide. Back to Gillis. We're inside the final 10 here of our last round robin game. Rolls up the right. Quickly shot on, hits a skate. Back over Gillis. Grabbed on the right side and flicked up in behind. Chased after. Burman in behind the net now. Up the right side. Cameron gets tied up with McQueen. That one pulls back. Shot back to McQueen. McQueen entering here on the right side over the blue line. McQueen stops up. Still holds it. A nice little move there. Spun out. The Bombers now looking to kill these minutes off the clock. The intensity gone down maybe a notch since that last goal. Gracie backing around. Picked up and cut off along the wall. Back for Sim. Sim into the feet. Puck's corralled. Croft brings it in. Croft hands off. Into the middle. Shot Cohen. That one a nice save, and it steers behind. Bombers centering. Past the stick Anderson. It'll head out. Cameron directs Anderson. Back over to Cameron. Cameron from the left side. Jumps some sticks. Sent down for the icing. 7:19 to go here in the third. We'll head back to the Bombers' end. Face off here to the right. Ready to go as whistle blows and the puck dropped in there. Grabbed along the boards. Coming up the wall, it sneaks in behind. Back to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, he cuts in around. Pfeiffer, ricochet shot up through the middle. Guthrow trying to help cut out that play. It's sent in behind. In through the middle, a collision. Swept on with the stick there. Cougars still playing hard here. Andre, right side, shot, rises high. In behind. That one's gonna wrap around near the hash marks. Lewis on it. Pass handed off. It'll be 2-on-2 back the other way. Skated in. Low shot. Over to Lewis on the half wall. Lewis hands it off. Pfeiffer. Pass connects now. In behind. That's dropped by the Bombers. In there to Hayden. Hayden to the left side. Hayden backhand misses as that puck spun out. Into the corner. Grabbed. Hayden tries to steer on. 6 minutes flat left to go here. 6-2 the score. Cougars going for a skate here. Guinish bats that down. Onto the stick there of the Bombers. Bombers lead pass. Grabbed. Run off into the boards here is McLean. Backing around. Stepping up on that puck, and all sorts of confidence from the Bombers here as they work away. Over from McLeod. Sent the length of the ice. No icing. Skate after it. Been a little bit without a whistle here. Up over to McLean. McLean in behind. Here come Guinish and the Cougars. Collision there as Williams got in on him. Up the glass, and it's back to center. Shot in around. Guinish. Left in there for Williams. Williams passed across. Jumping near the blue line. Up off the glass and somehow comes out. Guinish steps in, shot, scores. Guinish goes bar down to make it 6-3 with 4:48 to go, and he's greeted with golf claps. But nonetheless, nice shot there from number 8. That'll make it 6-3. So 3 goals needed in the next 4:48. Tough, but not impossible. Face off. We'll come back to center here. Tied up in the middle. It'll be worked over. Here in front, Croft. Handed off now. Here come the Cougars. Cougars down the right side. Cougars enter Berman. Into the end boards. That's up to Croft. Croft up the left side. Croft moving. It's covered there. And with 4:16, they'll get a whistle. And trying to keep everything clean as still games to be played for one of these teams. Face off, tied up down there. It'll be flicked up in the sky and back to Cohen. Tagging up his Sim, but it'll be Cougars puck up through the left side. Guinish looking for one more like the last one. He makes it pretty far, then runs over the goalie, and he said he was pushed into him. Cohen's wondering, and goaltender down here. And at high button, we don't show injuries, so we're gonna move away from that one. And with 3:55, we're gonna take a little break here, and we'll be back when we have the update. All right, so Janes is back up here, and he's in the starter crease, looking to be okay. Shake it off. Gets down into the butterfly and giving his assessment, so at least he's moving on his own there. Gainish was barreling down, but there's certainly some contact and such. As a big discussion happening now here in front with lots of eyes looking with intensity. And looks like that discussion, at least with the players, has concluded. It's a tough one to tell for sure. Sim wants an explanation. And some emotions here from the coaches here on the Cougars bench. Emotions are high right now for sure. 3:55 to go in the third. An explanation given and kind of a pause, and it is not really sure how they're going to go about this one. Looks like nothing's gonna come of it. Okay, so I guess they're calling it all square. I don't know if I saw that coming, but 6-3 here, 3:55 to go. No one in the box, no penalties on the board, 5-on-5. Dropped in, one back near center, that'll be sent on and covered up as Janes gonna take the whistle. 3:48 to go in the third. Gracie's gonna come out as the net empty now for the Cougars, trying to hang on to their season. Puck here on the left side. Tied on back. Jumps up, Lewis poked him behind, and now a chance here, Bombers. Off to the races, scores. And that will do it. Bombers right into the back of the net right away. And with 3:38 to go, they'll go up 7-3 on the empty netter. Trying desperately to punch their ticket to tonight. And the Bombers' parents happy with that, obviously. Face off, one back there on the right side. Sent up the right, hit laid, brought in now. So Tanner Hayden gets the empty netter there. Down the right side, Andre gonna play it over. Battling for it there in the right corner. You hear the faint scream of the parents yelling, "Hey, what's going on?" as their kid probably takes a hard hit into the boards. Part of the joys of being a hockey parent, right? I mean, I'm not one, but I grew up with two older brothers and have certainly seen my parents go through the ringer, as they say. And a penalty coming here to the Cougars. 2:58 to go, a roughing call. And nothing Aucoin can do but laugh as he gets his thoughts into the linesman's ear on just about what he thought of that call. into the right side. Okay, 2:57 to go as we look to finish this one out. Swain in along the right boards. Swain picks it up in behind. It'll head back to the blue line. Grabbed, now Anderson. Anderson's shot falls into the end boards. Played back to McDonald. McDonald. Anderson. Shot, that one high off the glass and behind. Cougars pick it up. Cougars down the right side. McLeod. Sharp angle, that one saved and will be jumped on. And an extra push, and McDonald's got to be careful there. 7-3, 2:20 to go, and 1:23 of power play time. And the last thing you want right now is anything stupid to happen. Face off will be down here to the left. I want to thank everyone for tuning in here on High Button again. Been my pleasure bringing you all the games as we wrap up the round robin with this 2:20. We got 2 semifinals, a bronze and a gold to come, so still 4 games left. That one in on the end boards, trying for a tight little bank in or jam in on the post. Pfeiffer stops up. Pfeiffer shoots. Save made again, 1:59 to go. Face-off will be down here to the right. Down here in the right side corner. All right, ricocheted off the glass. Looking to finish this one out. Goalie's still in. As on the PK, right side shot. Save made by Levette the other way. Lots of whistles here near the end of this game as we await updates and everything else. Remember, the High Button team is streaming over for the U13 AAA game as well, the AAA Provincials in Spring Hill, and the U18 AA up in Port Hood. Shot from the point, Levette saved, trying to jam it in on the corner. We'll get another whistle. 96 seconds to go. Face-off will be down here to the right. And the last second changes here, kind of dragging this one out. Face-off there in front. Cougars gonna pick it up. Moving out through the center. Guinness with a spin move. Guinness shot. Oh, that was nasty. Got a decent chance off of it too. Just goes wide on the left side. Moved up ahead. Swain. Swain with the lead pass. McClellan bringing it in. He'll circle back. Pass over to the right side. Steps in. Shot. Save made again by Levette. 1:06 now remains as we're about to cross into our last minute of play here. Face off here on the right. 7-3 our score as we look to finish out. Kicked out of the dot. All right, what are we doing here? Okay, here we go. Now we're all set. Into the left side. It's like a basketball ending here. McDonald over to the right side, shot. That's gonna wrap around. Picked up here. Gracie into the right, and it's steers into the corner. 50 seconds left to go as the Bombers' parents start to cheer. Poked in around. On the end boards, 40 seconds, it's up on the wall. Back to the blue line. Hands it off, Burman. Burman shoots up ahead, and a penalty called here with 32 seconds to go on the slash. And we may as well go to commercial break while we're at it. 32.5 to go. The Bombers penalty over, power play over, and now it's Cougars power play. Face off. Gonna be here to the right. All the energy zapped from this game over the past 10 or so minutes. Not a big deal in the end, but stating what I'm seeing. 32 seconds, and now they're kicking them out of the draw. All right, let's go here. Puck dropped in there. At least they play some Red Hot Chili Peppers, my favorite band, and they shoot it out, so we'll try again. 28.4 to go. Puck fluttered back onto the ice. All right, picked up Gillis. Gillis hands it off to the left side, Sinclair. He'll hand it back for Guinish. Guinish fakes the shot over to Sinclair. Onto the right side. Centering. Backhand scores. So 7-4 here at the end with 15 to go. And we're not done yet, folks. So power play marker. 7-4 and a 2-hour game here for our last round robin game. Dropped in with 15 seconds. That puck now up the left side. Sent down, no icing. I thought for sure it would be. 5 seconds to go. Circling around. Guinish will wire one, miss the net, and that will do it. So 4-7 and a victory here from the Bombers. Taking down the Cougars. So, with that being said, we are done here for our round robin games. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We're gonna be back tonight at 5 p.m. with our first semifinal, followed up by our second semifinal at 7:30. Until then, my name's Jeff Wearwell.